All right, everybody. We are going to be doing a belated birthday special for MRKP 2003. So, just so. Even though her birthday was on October 4th, we are going to be doing a special belated birthday special stream for her today. So while we wait for her, um, we are going to be Wow. Not only that, but this is a 500 subscriber special as well. I cannot believe it, guys. 500 subscribers. I'll send the link again in case. And if you're watching this stream, MRKP2003, I'm here to do a special birthday special for you. I figured we'd be doing a little bit of chatting, and I'd be showing off my Sesame Street DVD collection, since I know Sesame Street is one of your favorite shows, and mine. MRKP2003. All right. Here you go.
Hi.
Hi. This stream is made just for you because you have just turned 19 years old a couple of days ago.
Yes.
Now, quick question. Did you have any Sesame Street DVDs or VHS tapes when you were very little?
Yes, I had a lot of Elmo's World DVDs. Thanks for asking.
Did Now, what are your thoughts on season 1 of Elmo's World? For me, it's my favorite season.
Again, I don't care for some Elmo's World episodes. Some of them are scary, boring, weird. I don't care for some of them.
Oh, yeah. So I know you were born in 2003, so that technically means you're like 3 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
And
I was also born premature.
Same goes for me. I was also born prematurely.
How much did you weigh when you were born? I weighed 1 pound 2 ounces.
I think I weighed the same amount, but yeah. And I was born with autism, and I was born with cerebral palsy, and then I was diagnosed with autism when I was young as well.
I was given the diagnosis when I was 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When you were younger, did you used to have a lot of meltdowns or temper tantrums? Because that's what happened to me when I was very young.
I think. Trying to remember. I think I do remember. Oh, I remember throwing fits and temper tantrums at other people's birthday parties when they saying happy birthday. I remember doing that.
Well, I remember through insane meltdowns as well when I was very young. One of them was like when I didn't get what I wanted. In fact, when I was 9 years old back in 2009, I was actually grounded for a week because I broke one of the keys on my mom's keyboard for the computer.
Wow. I've actually, I think I actually remember being grounded for different things when I was younger. I don't want to go into too much detail.
Yeah.
I remember one time we went to one of my grandma's carnivals in Brandon, Florida. I got sent to the car and I threw a fit in the car, and my dad spanked me very hard over and over and over.
Ouch! Ouch!
Wow.
That's gotta hurt. Lucky for
Childhood
you.
hurts.
Lucky I did not get spanked when I was young. I got disciplinary, like timeout.
Same. But I felt like, I think my dad was spanking me for no reason. I don't
No,
remember. I
no
don't
reason.
remember what I got. I don't remember what I got in trouble for, but I could have been falsely accused or something. I don't remember. This was a long, long time ago.
Yeah. So I remember, when I was very young, I used to ask a lot of people, uh, multiple requests, just like you sometimes did, and then that's basically when I decided to take a stand and tell you how I really felt about, yeah, because I really don't like getting like too much pressure in my in my system from all those multiple requests. I mean, I know I like to help you, but when it comes to a time that it needs it needs a little that I need some sort of break, or if I start to feel anxious after you start to get upset, that's when I should uh, probably stop, because I know you love helping. I know you love wanting me to do things for you, and I know that you sometimes get upset when I mess some things up, like a dialogue or something. But the truth is, I always try my best. And you know something? Whenever you got upset, it made me feel very, very anxious.
Oh, I remember one when we first met. I think you were saying things like I was spamming you. I'm very sorry if I spammed you in the past.
Well, yeah, and if it comes to a point where I you can ask me um if if I can do the requests, and if I say yes, you can say sounds great. And if I say I'm sorry, I'm a little busy, you can always respond with, okay, thanks for letting me know. Just let me know if you want to.
Okay, cause I'm trying to get some. Well, I'd like to thank you for doing those songs for me. I just wanted to let you know I was able to find a MIDI file for one of them, so I don't need one of the songs anymore. But thanks for helping anyway.
All right. Um, do you know when you first started your YouTube channel?
I first started back in, I'd say, March of 2017. I'd have to check. Maybe March 15th, 2017. I'll have to look.
Uh, I originally started my YouTube channel on November 1st, 2014, but then on January 28th of 2019, my old account got terminated. Or actually, on January 27th, my old account got terminated, and then I made a new one on the 28th. And this is the one that I'm currently using.
I'm glad I never got terminated, but um, I
And
don't
you
have
know how it
headphones,
got
so
terminated? I was posting a lot of copyrighted stuff, including fan-made Elmo's World VHS releases, like for the complete first season, the complete second season, etc.
yeah. I get why you have to put some requests on other places to avoid copyright. I understand.
Um. So, yeah, and I know you might have been a little upset with me earlier today, but even if you do get upset, I always help you no matter what happens. Even if you're upset, I don't lose my cool at all. And now I'm going to be showing you off all of my Sesame Street DVDs, which I have. The most of them I have are from Sony Wonder, but I do have a couple of Genie 13 and a couple of Warner Brothers releases from Sesame Street to show you as well.
James,
What?
I think I'm gonna have to like switch to the chat because it's getting, because I don't have headphones, and like if I wear headphones, I won't hear glitches, but I have to go back to the chat. Is that okay?
If you want, unless there's a way you could still be in the chat where you can hear me, but there are no echoes or anything.
Can I talk in the YouTube chat?
Sure.
Can I talk in the YouTube chat? Hello?
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Thank you.
So, for the first releases of Sesame Street, the first one I'm going to be showing you off for MRKP2003 is Sesame Street's 25th Birthday, a musical celebration, which, of course, that was released on VHS back on October 29th of 1993 by Random House Home Video originally, and then it was released by Sony Wonder in 1996 on VHS, and then it got a DVD release in 1997. And of course, it was released July 1st of 1997. And it's got a song list. It's got Program Start, Sesame Street theme, which is the Calypso version, Adventure, Doo-Wop Pop, The Batty Bat, Alligator King number 7, I Love Trash, Count It Higher, Rubber Ducky, The Honker Ducky Dinger Jamboree, Put Down the Ducky, Duty Rubber Duck, Sesame Street Jam Session, C is for Cookie, Monster in the Mirror, I'm an Aardvark, Fuzzy and Blue, Skin, Being Green, Happy Tappin' with Elmo, Doing the Pigeon, Dance Myself to Sleep, Feel the Beat and Dance, I Don't Want to Live on the Moon, We Are All Earthlings, Ladysmith, Black Mambazo, and Sing. And the running time on this DVD is 60 minutes, which is approximately 1 full hour. And here is the disc for Sesame Street's 25th Birthday, a musical celebration. And at the beginning of this DVD of Sesame Street's 25th Birthday, a musical celebration, it's got the Sony Wonder FBI warning. I really enjoyed that dialogue, and if I remember correctly, it's similar to one of the Baby Einstein ripoffs that you made or Baby Einstein videos. But if But if I'm wrong, you can let me know down in the comments. Anyway, what I was saying was, at the beginning of the DVD of Sesame Street's 25th birthday, a musical celebration, it's got the FBI warning and the Sony Wonder logo, the 1983 Children's Television Workshop Sparks logo, and it has the bells clanging tune from the Best of Elmo. And then it's got the Sesame Street home video logo from 1996, which of course has the Muppets building something. Oh, it is similar to the Elmo's World. Yeah. Oh, all right. So it's similar to the Elmo's World Farms intro then. So anyway, after the Sony Wonder and Children's Television Workshop Sparks logos, it's got the, with the bells clanging tune from the Best of Elmo, it's got the Sesame Street home video logo from 1996 with the Sesame Street Muppets building something. And then, of course, there is the Sesame Street 25th title card for Sesame Street's 25th birthday, a musical celebration. Yeah, I do agree with that. After the title card for Sesame Street's 25th birthday, a musical celebration, it's got the Sesame Street theme. It's got the Calypso version used from 1992 to 1998 with the kids singing, but it's got a special version of it with kids and Muppets enjoying a nice day at the park. After that, it's got the, I think my favorite part of the dialogue would have to be where Old MacDonald comes in. Oh, yeah. And then tomorrow, Movie and Game Lover 98, we will be doing my Columbia TriStar DVD collection, which you can actually talk in. My favorite part of the dialogue would again have to be the part where Old MacDonald comes in. And says dialogue like, he says, "Wait, not again, get back here. You're gonna miss your feeding time. Where did you run off to?" Yeah. Anyway, after the title card for Sesame Street's 25th birthday musical celebration, it's got the Calypso theme with the kids singing. I assume it sounds like pretty southern, kind of like Texas in a way, or Virginia, but I could be wrong. That's what a Nashville accent would be like, I believe. After the title card for Sesame Street's 25th birthday, a musical celebration, it's got the Calypso theme with kids singing, and it's got a special version of it with kids and Muppets enjoying a day at the park. And some of the Muppets include Elmo and Grover and Ernie and Bert. Tennessean accent. After the title card, it's got the Calypso themed kids singing with kids and Muppets enjoying a day at the park with characters like Elmo, Grover, Ernie, and Bert. And after this, we go to the title card. After this, we go right to the program, I should say. After the Calypso theme, we go right to the program. Yeah. Yeah, Tennessean. Wow. I didn't know Tennessean was even a word. And you're right. You do learn something new every day. But I guess Tennessean is a word. After this, after the program, we go to the first song, which is Adventure. And then at the very end of the DVD, it's got the last few seconds of Sesame Street's 25th birthday and musical celebration with the finale of Sing, sung by Ladysmith Black Mambazo. And then, of course, we go to the end credits. And because this is a very early DVD release, the DVD just stops itself when it's over. It does not have a DVD menu because it's an early release. If you want, I could listen to it right after the screen, and then I could try to see if I could mimic that. All right. This next DVD release I'm going to show you is a DVD release of Elmopalooza. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Sesame Street Elmopalooza was originally aired on NBC back in February of 1998, and then it was released on VHS on April 14th of 1998, and then it got a DVD release on June 3rd of 1998. And then it re-aired on PBS back in March of 1999. And it was filmed in the middle of the 29th season of Sesame Street. All right. Now, the opening. Now, it says, join the Sesame Street Muppets for an all-star celebration of 30 years of songs and laughs. And the guest stars include Cindy Crawford, En Vogue, Gloria Estefan, the Fugees, Kenny Loggins, the Mighty Mighty Bosstones, Conan O'Brien, Chris Rock, Jon Stewart, Rosie O'Donnell, Richard Belzer, David Allen Greer, Sean Colvin. I believe I guess maybe some of those sound effects didn't make any sense, but I guess they decided to put them because they think it uh, might be the best sound they could use at the moment. I think they put that there because they thought that those sound effects would fit in to the montage, but I guess some of them don't. And here's the disc for Elmopalooza. And at the beginning of the DVD of Elmopalooza, it goes into the FBI warning, and then it takes you to the DVD menu, and then when you push the Start Program button, it's got the Sony Wonder logo and then of course the Sony Wonder logo is cut short, and the music ends earlier in the release, and then it's got the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo, and it does not contain the word "Play It Smart." And then the Sesame Street Home Video logo, and then we go right to the title card for Elmopalooza, then we go right to the program. I guess maybe they chose it because the raking and scratching sounds sound pretty similar to each other. And then at the very end of this DVD of Elmopalooza, it's got the last few seconds of the program, and then we go right to the end credits. And then we go back to the DVD menu. I believe the pulling and pop sound when the kid pulled something out of the ground, I guess they chose that because the sound could have possibly fit in that scene. I don't know why they mix up the sound effects though, but I guess they mix them up sometimes. Some of them don't even make any sense. Thomas gets bumped is next to it. Anyway. Next one is the DVD of Duty Alphabet, and that is released. Duty Alphabet was originally released on VHS back on February 6th of 1996. Then it got a DVD release back on November 9th of 1999. And then Sesame Workshop reprinted it on VHS back on October 30th, 2001. And wow. I will look at the Farms montage again from the Babies, Dogs, and More DVD release that I have after the stream. So, wow, there's also a hiccup sound. That's cool. And it says, here are the songs. It says, and it's got Duty Alphabet, D, J Friends, Alphabet Song, sung by Billy Joel, T-Dance, Boogie Woogie Piggies, Alphabet Blues, and Alphabet Jungle song. I believe they used a hiccup sound, because maybe they thought maybe they put the hiccup song on sound effect by accident, and they didn't mean to put the hiccup sound on there. But yeah, the hiccup one probably doesn't make any sense at all. That's kind of silly, if you know what I mean. All right. Yes, the Dragon Tales ones will be shown chronologically. Running time is 45 minutes. Well, maybe they thought the soap sounds. Maybe they thought the squirting sounds and the soap sounds together would make a great sound effect for milking a cow by hand, but I don't think the soap part works, but the squirting does. And that was the disc for Duty Alphabet. Now, at the beginning of this DVD of Duty Alphabet, it takes you to the DVD menu first. Then when you push the play button, it's got the FBI warning and then the Sony Wonder logo. Oh, the squirting and splat sound. Now I see what you're saying. They both make sense, actually, for the splat. So, anyway, after you push the play button on this DVD of Duty Alphabet, it's got FBI warning, the Sony Wonder logo, and then for some reason, even though the semicircle Children's Television Workshop logo is on the packaging, the back cover, and the disc art, the DVD itself actually uses the 1983 Children's Television Workshop logo with the sparks. And it also has the bells clanging tune from the Best of Elmo, and then the Sesame Street Home Video logo and the title card, and then we go right to the program. I believe that sound effect would fit because I believe they think that the sound effects would fit in that scene. Now, at the very end of this DVD, do the alphabet. It's got the last few seconds of the program, and then we go right to the end credits with the 1996 copyright date intact. And then we go back to the DVD menu. I believe, well, yeah, I'm trying to be as specific as I can, but I believe they chose the squirting and the splat sound effects because I believe the milking by cow by hand, I believe, makes a similar sound effect to it in reality. But that's just my assumption. All right, this next DVD I'm going to be showing you is 123 Count With Me, and that was released on DVD December 14th of 1999 on DVD, and it was originally released on VHS back on July 8th of 1997. Now, the songs on this DVD are That's How the Numbers Go, 1, Count It, 1, 2, 3, 5, Jive with Elmo Hammer, 7, Goldfish, Martian Beauty number 9, Counting Vacation, rap song number 11, Honk Around the Clock, and Count With Me. For how the milk comes out and goes into the bucket. I believe they chose those sound effects for the squirting and the splat because I believe it would make those, because I believe in reality, it would make those same sound effects when the milk comes out and goes into the bucket. That's what I believe in, but correct me if I'm wrong. But 30 minutes for this DVD. Here's the disc for 123 Count With Me. If you want, you can. But I'm gonna look at it right after I finish this belated birthday special stream for you because I know that your birthday was a couple days ago, and I thought, why don't we do a special? And so that's what I did. Now, just like with this DVD of Duty Alphabet, the DVD of 123 Count With Me also has the DVD menu at the beginning. Then when you push the play button, it's got the FBI warning, and then the Sony Wonder logo. And then just like with the DVD of Duty Alphabet, the DVD of 123 Count With Me also has the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo on the back cover and disc art, but contains the 1983 Children's Television Workshop Sparks logo at the beginning of the DVD itself. But unlike the DVD of Duty Alphabet, which had the bells clanging tune from the Best of Elmo, just like with the Musical Celebration DVD, the DVD of 123 Count With Me, on the other hand, would have the electronic synth sounds that were first heard when the logo was first used back in 1983. Then the Sesame Street home video logo, the title card, and then we go right into the program. And at the end, it's got the last few seconds of Count With Me, and then, of course, we go into the end credits with 1997 copyright date intact. Then we go back to the DVD menu. All right. Yeah. I will definitely do that tomorrow if you move in, Game Lover 98. Now we go into the 6 DVD releases that were released on October 30th, 2001. Here's the first one we're going to be looking at, and that is the Best of Elmo. This was originally released back in 1994 by Random House Home Video. And then it got re-released by Sony Wonder back on VHS in 1996. And then it got a VHS re-release and a DVD release back on October 30th of 2001. I believe they used it because I believe it would fit the scene, not just because it's the sound that a chicken makes, but also because I believe it fits the scene, and I believe that's the sound that they make when they're wanting to be fed. Anyway. Now is the front, spine in the back. That one I will have to think about. Why? Now, what do you think it would fit the scene? Well, to be honest with you, I would say just because it seems to fit the scene. there may not be a specific explanation for that one, but anyway, here's the front spine and the back. It's got the songs One Fine Face, Imagination, Happy Tappin' with Elmo, Five Jive with Elmo, Hammer Free, Heavy and Light, The Sound That's in the Air, and Elmo's Song. And about the sound that's in the air, that's a cool fact that you made about the horse sound effects using that song. By the way, here's the disc for the Best of Elmo. And at the beginning of this DVD of the Best of Elmo that I have, it's got the FBI warning, the Sony Wonder logo, and then the Sesame Workshop red roof and purple house logo. Then we go into a DVD menu. Well, I guess the cow being milked by hand scene would fit for the farms montage. And I think that's why they used the cow being milked by hand in the farm montage. There may not be a specific explanation, but I think they decided to have it because they thought it would be a pretty cool scene for the farms montage. But anyway, after the Sesame Workshop red roof and purple, after the FBI warning, there's the Sony Wonder logo and the Sesame Workshop red roof and purple house logo for this DVD of the Best of Elmo. And then we go to the DVD menu. Then it's got the late 1996 to early to mid 1997 Sesame Street home video and audio trailer make a surprise appearance. Yeah, the version of Elmo's song in the Best of Elmo is the original version with Big Bird and Snuffy. And sung in C major to C flat major. Yeah. As for why they were milking the cow by hand, let's just assume that it was time for the cow to be milked, and so they wanted to milk the cow by hand because maybe they were getting thirsty for milk, I believe. Anyway, at the beginning of this DVD of the Best of Elmo, it's got the FBI warning, Sony Wonder logo, Sesame Workshop red roof, purple house logo, DVD menu, and then of course there's the late 1996 to early to mid 1997 Sesame Street home video and audio trailer, which makes a surprise appearance on this DVD, and previews for Elmo Size and Sesame Street Platinum of all time favorites. Then the FBI warning appears again, the Sony Wonder logo appears again, and the Sesame Workshop red roof and purple house logo appears again. Then it's got the 1996 Sesame Street home video logo with the word 123 at the top. And then it's got the title card, and then we go right to the program. Whereas on the 1994 Random House and 1996 Sony Wonder VHS releases, it would have the 1983 Children's Television Workshop Sparks logo with the bells clanging tune, and the My Sesame Street home video logo with Cookie Monster taking a bite out of the street sign. With the Calypso version of the Sesame Street theme, the instrumental Calypso version used on street scenes would play over the My Sesame Street home video logo. Then we go to the title card and started a program on those VHS releases. And but unfortunately, the CTW and My Sesame Street home video logos are plastered by the Sesame Workshop and Sesame Street home video logos from 1996 with 1, 2, 3 at the top on this DVD. And then, of course, we have the title card, which you hear a little bit of the Calypso theme playing in the title card, and not the full one. And then at the end of the DVD, it's got the last few seconds of Elmo's song, and then, of course, there is the end credits after the last scene. And you're right, Jeremy Barden. The 1994 VHS does have the Random House home video logo, while the 1996 VHS has the FBI warning and Sony Wonder logo before everything else appears. Yeah. Well, I guess they decided, I guess maybe they chose to use the footage of milking the cow by hand. I may not be as specific as I could be on this one, but it was the best that I could explain. Now at the end of the DVD, it's got the last few seconds of the program with the last scene, and then of course the end credits, and then there's a special thanks for making this DVD happen screen with a purple background. And then we go into the DVD menu. And I think they filmed it probably because I believe it may have been very hard to film the machine being on there. Yeah. And I've seen some copies of the Sesame Workshop reprint of the VHS open like the original 1996 VHS with the CTW Sparks logo and My Sesame Street home video logo with Cookie Monster taking a bite out of the street sign intact despite the Sesame Workshop logo appearing in the label. Even though there are some copies with the Sesame Workshop logo in the label and at the beginning. Well, maybe I can assume they just filmed the last 5 minutes of it. Maybe because I believe they've gotten tired to film the whole thing, so. All right. Now we're going into this next DVD release. It is the DVD release of The Great Numbers Game. This is another DVD that was released on October 30th, 2001. and it was released back on VHS back on July 7th of 1998. The best of Sesame Street's classic cartoons. I have 2 copies of the Best of Elmo that have the 1983 CTW Sparks logo at the beginning. Both of them have the 1996 label, but one of them has an ink label and the other has a sticker label. Yeah. And for the Great Numbers game, it says the best of Sesame Street's classic cartoons. And the songs on this DVD include Country 2, Alligator King Number 7, King of 8, Mother Brown's Farm, Pinball Number Count, Lucky 13, Mother Brown's Farm, 16 Blues, 18, and many others. Yeah. Yeah, I do know that it takes at least 10 to 15 minutes at least twice a day to milk a cow, but sometimes it can take longer than that, like maybe even 20 minutes at the most. That was the disc for the Great Numbers game. Now, at the beginning of this DVD of the Great Numbers game, it has the FBI warning, and then the Sony Wonder logo, and then it has the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo that does not have the word Play It Smart, freezing to the DVD menu. And then when you push the play button, it's got the late 1997 to 2000 Sesame Street home video and audio trailer with a noticeably higher-pitched version of the Calypso theme with kids singing, except with the kids' vocals removed. And with the ending of the Calypso theme being a little bit extended. Well, let's just say maybe they filmed the first 10 minutes of, I guess maybe they were shown for a few seconds, but maybe they filmed it for like the first 10 minutes or something like that. And then after the Sesame Street home video and audio collection trailer used on this DVD of the Great Numbers game, it has the Sesame Street CD and cassette trailer from 1998 to 2000. And, of course, the Please Stay Tuned screen with the color-changing background in all capitals and an instrumental of the song Elmo Size. And then, of course, the FBI warning appears again. And then the Sony Wonder logo appears again, but this time it ends earlier. Then the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo without the word Play It Smart appears again. Then the Sesame Street home video logo, and it's got the word CTW at the top on this DVD. Then we go right to the program, and at the end, it's got the last few seconds of the program, and then, of course, the end credits. And the SesameStreet.com bumper from 1998 to 2001 with Maria's voiceover. Well, here's how I would imagine it happened. So I would imagine before doing the filming, they were like, "Are you sure we're gonna have to film the whole thing?" And then during it, it was like, I believe, well, we're getting off to a good start, and then after they filmed it, I was be like, oh, I am so exhausted from filming. I don't think I can film another video of a cow being milked. And at the end of the program, it's got the last few seconds of the pro. At the end of the Great Numbers game, it's got the last few seconds of the program on the CBD. Then, of course, it's got the end credits and the SesameStreet.com bumper from 1998 to 2001 with Maria's voiceover, and she says it in a slightly different tone of voice. She sounds like, visit Sesame Street on the web at www.sesamestreet.com. And she also uses that tone of voice on the DVD of kids' favorite songs that I also have, and the VHS releases of both this and kids' favorite songs have it as well. And then, of course, the Look for These Great Products from Sesame Street bumper from 1998 with color-changing background in all capitals with part of the song Count With Me playing in the background. I believe the kid was very curious to know why they were milking the cow, and maybe they chose to be in that scene because they wanted to help the farmer milk the cow to make the job a little bit more easier. Anyway, after the Look for These Great Products from Sesame Street bumper on the DVD of the Great Numbers game, it's got previews for Elmo Palooza, the Alphabet Jungle game, Elmo's Lowdown Hoedown, Sesame Street Get Up and Dance, Big Bird Gets Lost, and 1, 2, 3 Count With Me. And then the Only from Sony Wonder bumper with color changing background in the last part of the song Count With Me playing in the background. And it's got the announcers say, only from Sony Wonder, wherever children's videos, CDs, cassettes, and book and tape sets are sold. Well, maybe it was because his parents wouldn't allow him to help the farmer. He's like, nope, I know you want to help the farmer, but sorry, you can't do it, but you can just watch. And then after the Only from Sony Wonder bumper, it's got the special thanks for making the DVD happen screen, but this time it's on a blue background. Then we go to the DVD menu. All right. Here's the Alphabet Jungle game DVD release. Another release on DVD from October 30th of 2001. And the songs on this DVD include Alphabet Jungle, Soul A, Diner Letter P, African Animal Alphabet, and many others. It is 30 minutes as well. And here's the disc for the Alphabet Jungle game. And at the beginning of this DVD of the Alphabet Jungle game, it's got the FBI warning, the Sony Wonder logo, and the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo that does not have the word "Play It Smart." Just like with the DVD of the Great Numbers game, this DVD of the Alphabet Jungle game also has the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo from 1997 that does not have the word "Play It Smart," freezing to the DVD menu. Then when you push the play button, it's got the Sesame Street home video and audio trailer from late 1997 to 2000, and the Sesame Street CD and cassette trailer from 1998 to 2000, and the Please Stay Tuned screen. Well, let's just say that his parents were worried about the kid hurting himself while milking the cow, and he wanted the kid to be very careful. Now, after the Sesame Street CD and cassette trailer from 1998 to 2000, it's got the Please Stay Tuned screen with the color-changing background and the last part of this, and an instrumental of the song Elmo Size with all capital letters. FBI warning. Well, FBI warning, Sony Wonder logo, 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo. Again, that does not have the word "Play It Smart," and the Sony Wonder logo would fade out earlier, and the Sesame Street home video logo, the Alphabet Jungle song, which segues into the Alphabet Jungle game title card, and then we go right to the program. And I believe his parents would yeah, he could be the kid's dad, if you know what I mean. I believe he wouldn't let him because he was worried about the kid hurting himself, so that's why he's doing it. And then at the end of this DVD of the Alphabet Jungle game, it has the last few seconds of the program, the end credits, and the SesameStreet.com bumper from 1998 to 2001. And then, of course, this time, Maria says it in her usual tone of voice. And she says, visit Sesame Street on the web at www.sesamestreet.com. And in the look for these great products from Sesame Street bumper with color-changing background and all capital letters with part of the song Count With Me playing in the background. Then it's got previews for Elmo-Palooza, the Great Numbers game, Elmo's Lowdown Hoedown, Sesame Street Fiesta, The Kid's Guide to Life videos, and Sesame Street's 25th Birthday, a musical celebration. And then the Only from Sony Wonder bumper where it has the color-changing background and the last part of the song, Count With Me, in all capital letters, with the announcer saying, once again, only from Sony Wonder, wherever children's videos, CDs, cassettes, and book and tape sets are sold. And then a special thanks for making this DVD happen screen, but on a green background. And then we go to the DVD menu. Yeah, I think he would be. I think he would be the kid's dad. Yeah, that's what I would think. Anyway, next up, we're going into the DVD of kids' favorite songs. And by the way, the Alphabet Jungle game was also released on the same day as the Great Numbers game on VHS as well, July 7th, 1998. I think he might have known how to do it because, well, let's just imagine that if the kid was milking a cow, he would be worried that he would bonk his head onto the cow really hard. I think the guy milking the cow already knew how to do it because because he's been a farmer before. Next up is kids' favorite songs. This DVD was also released on October 30th, 2001, and Kids' Favorite Songs is a 1999 video, and it was originally released on VHS back on March 9th of 1999. And the songs on this DVD are I've Been Working on the Railroad, This'll Back to the tune of This Old Man, the Alphabet song, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith, Baba Black Sheep, She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain, and This Little Pig Went to Market. Now, the running time on this DVD is 30 minutes. And here's the disc for Kids' Favorite Songs. It looks very identical to the disc for 1, 2, 3, Count With Me. Almost. And at the beginning of this DVD of Kids' Favorite Songs, I know I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube of the Kids' Favorite Songs DVD opening in this order with well, I already answered that the guy already knew how to do it because he's been a farmer before and he's done the task before. Anyway, I know I've seen multiple videos of the Yeah, that would be a better idea. He could get kicked instead of bonking his head into the cow. Yeah, that would work. Now, I've seen multiple videos on YouTube of the DVD of kids' favorite songs opening in this order, with the FBI warning, Sony Wonder logo, Sesame Workshop red roof and purple house logo, and the DVD menu, and then the Sesame Street home video and audio trailer from late 1997 to 2000, and the Sesame Street CD cassette trailer, and the Please Stay Tuned screen with the color changing background, and the last part, the harmonica theme playing, and we go to the title card in the program. But yeah. But my copy of Kids' Favorite Songs opens a little bit differently than most copies, because my copy of Kids' Favorite Songs opens like this. Mine has the FBI warning, Sony Wonder logo, and in the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo that does not have the word Play It Smart, which freezes to the DVD menu. And then when you push the play button on my copy, and then when you push the play button on my copy, it would have the FBI warning and Sony Wonder logos appear again, but then the Sesame Workshop logo with the red room and purple house appears, and then the Sesame Street home video logo with the word 123 at the top, and then the Sesame Street home video and audio collection trailer from late 1997 to 2000, and then the Sesame Street CD cassette trailer from 2000, and the Please Stay Tuned screen. And then, of course, the title card and the start of the program. Well, I would assume that they were holding on to it to so that the cow doesn't fall in the middle of being milked. That is. And at the end of this DVD of Kids' Favorite Songs, it has the last few seconds of the program, and then, of course, the end credits, and the Sesame Street and the SesameStreet.com bumper from 1998 to 2001, with Maria saying it in the same tone of voice that she said it in the Great Numbers game. Then the Sesame Street magazine bumper, from 1999. Well, I think it was moving its head because it wanted to get comfortable. Anyway, after the SesameStreet.com bumper from 1998 to 2001, it's got with Maria saying it the same tone of voice she said it in the Great Numbers game. This DVD of Kids' Favorite Songs would then have the Sesame Street magazine bumper from 1999 with the harmonica theme playing in the background. And look for these great products from Sesame Street screen from 1999 with the green background and the harmonica theme playing, with previews for 1-2-3 Count With Me, Let's Eat Funny Food Songs, Elmo Palooza, The Best of Kermit on Sesame Street, the Alphabet Jungle game, and the Great Numbers game. And then the Only from Sony Wonder bumper from 1999 with the blue background and the last and a little bit of the harmonica theme playing in the background as well, with the announcer saying, "Only from Sony Wonder, wherever children's videos, CDs, cassettes, and book and tape sets are sold." And then the special thanks for making the CVD happen screen, but on a lighter green background compared to the Alphabet Jungle game, which was a darker green. Then the DVD menu. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Next one we have is the first Elmo's World DVD release, and that is simply called Elmo's World. It does not say anything on the front besides Elmo's World. All right. Now, the episodes on this DVD are, of course, from season 1, and it's got the rather pale design of Elmo's World, due to them being from season 1, and they are dancing, music, and books, with special appearance by Bill Irwin on all 3 of those episodes, and he plays the original Mr. Noodle. 50 minutes. And here's the disc for Elmo's World. Dancing, music, and books. And at the beginning of this DVD of Elmo's World, Dancing, Music, and Books that I have, it's got the FBI warning, Sony Wonder logo, and then the Sesame Workshop red roof and purple house logo. And then the DVD menu, and then when you push the play button, it's got the Sesame Street home video and audio trailer from late 1997 to 2000. And the Sesame Street CD and cassette trailer from 1998 to 2000. And the Please Stay Tuned screen. And then the Sesame Street home video logo from 1996 with the word CTW at the top, despite the Sesame Workshop logo was used at the beginning. And then the Elmo's World theme from... Alright, anyway. The scene, I believe, was used was not only because a horse says nay, I believe they also used that sound effect because they love being brushed. Now, anyway, after the Sesame Street home video logo on this DVD of Elmo's World, it's got the Elmo's World theme from season 1, and it's the original Elmo's World theme from 1998, meaning season 1. And it's got Elmo walking past his drawer, his goldfish Dorothy in his closet door, and then going into the shade and drawing a window curtain for it, and then he pulls the shade down. Yeah. I believe they used the sheep sound effect because well, maybe it was their way of please hold me. And then after the Elmo's World theme on this DVD, it has the sort of dancing episode. And at the end, it has the last few seconds of the music episode with the music song. Then, of course, it has the end credits, and then the SesameStreet.com bumper from 1998 to 2001, Maria's voiceover, and the Sesame Street magazine bumper from 1999, and the Look for These Great Products from Sesame Street bumper from 1999 with the green background and part of the harmonica theme of Sesame Street playing in the background, and previews for The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland Sing and Play, Kids' Favorite Songs, Elmo-Palooza, Create and Draw an Elmo's World CD-ROM, and then, of course, the Look for These Great Products from Sesame Street bumper appears again, but this time it is the 1997 version with the green background and the part of the song Count With Me playing in the background. And the sound of the cow mooing was when the cow was being led in the ripe. I believe they used the moo sound because they loved the being led in the ripe. I believe the cow loved being led in the ripe, and that's why they made the mooing sound, I believe. And then after Look for These Great Products from Sesame Street, a rope. Oh, okay. A rope. I believe the cow loved being led in a rope. And that's why the cow was making a mooing sound, I believe, because it loved being led in a rope. After the Look for These Great Products from Sesame Street bumper from 1997 on this DVD, it's got previews for Big Bird Gets Lost, and then, of course, previews for the Kids Guide to Life videos, 1, 2, 3, Count With Me, Sing Yourself Sillier at the Movies, Elmo Size, Sesame Street Platinum All-Time Favorites, and William Wegman's Mother Goose. And then it's got the Only from Sony Wonder bumper from 1997 with the blue background and with part of the song Count With Me playing in the background with the older announcer saying, "Only from Sony Wonder, wherever children's videos, CDs, cassettes, and book and tape sets are sold." Then it's got the special thanks for making this DVD happen screen on a crayon-like background because Elmo's World is based off of a crayon-drawn apartment. Then the DVD menu. And by the way, the very first Elmo's World DVD, the very first Elmo's World volume was Dancing Music and Books, was originally released on VHS back on February 1st of 2000. This next DVD I'm going to be showing you is the last one, released on October 30th of 2001 on DVD, and that is Kids' Favorite Songs 2. Even though it was released on VHS back on October 9th of that year. And the songs on this DVD include Elmo's Song, On Top of Spaghetti, Hey Diddle Diddle, The Bear Went Over the Mountain, The Ants Go Marching, If You're Happy and You Know It, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Up and Down with Captain Brown, Rubber Ducky, Duermete Mi Niño, which is Sleep My Child or Sleep My Baby in Spanish. and Itsy Bitsy Spider. Running time's 45 minutes. Here's the disc for Kids' Favorite Songs 2. Now, at the beginning of this DVD of Kids' Favorite Songs 2 that I have, it's got the FBI warning, the Sony Wonder logo, and then my copy has the Sesame Workshop, Red Roof, and Purple House logo. With the red, yeah. Well, because they thought, maybe because the cow thought being led on a rope was great exercise for them, and about the horse being brushed, I assume the horse loved being brushed because it felt comfortable for them. Yeah. Oh, as Elmo's song is actually listed on the back, but incorrectly listed as the first song instead of the last. Jeremy Barton. And it is in the key of E flat major, and basically an extended and slightly reorchestrated version of the Elmo's World theme. Yeah. Anyway, at the beginning of my copy of Kids' Favorite Songs, it's got the FBI warning, Sony Wonder logo, and then my copy is the Sesame Workshop, Red Roof, and Purple House logo, and then the DVD menu. Then when you push the play button, it has the Sony Wonder and Sesame Workshop logos appear again, with the Red Roof and Purple House as well. Title card, and then we go right to the program. Now at the end, it's got the last few seconds of Kids' Favorite Songs 2 with a reorchestrated version of Elmo's song in the key of E flat major, like a reorchestrated version of an Elmo's World theme that is a little bit extended. Yeah, because it makes me think of jumping rope as exercise. That's why I think being led on a rope would be exercise for a cow. I could be wrong, you know. Now, at the end of this DVD of Kids' Favorite Songs 2, it has the last few seconds of the program with Elmo's song being the last song. And Elmo's song on this program, and Elmo's song on Kids' Favorite Songs 2 is in E flat major, sounding like an extended and reorchestrated version of the Elmo's World theme. And then, of course, the end credits, SesameStreet.com bumper from 1998 to 2001, and, of course, the special thanks for making this DVD happen screen on a brighter blue background compared to the Great Numbers game, which was slightly darker blue than the DVD menu. I believe they chose the squirting and splatting sound for unknown reason for baby learning to walk. Maybe they were being lazy and just put a random sound effect on there, but those sounds don't seem to make any sense for a baby walking. Why couldn't they just put the sounds of walk of walking instead of squirting and splatting? It would. I don't think it would make any sense. Why couldn't they just put the walking sound effects? That one would make more sense instead of the squirting and splatting ones. The bloop noise wouldn't make any sense either. I don't know why they chose the incorrect sound effects for scenes, but I guess that's what happened. They should have kept the walking sound effects instead of replacing them. Well, they should have replaced the squirting, splatting, and blooping sounds with the walking sound effects in the baby's montage. And I believe they put the clip of the baby learning to walk in the exercise montage because walking is considered exercise. This next one is a DVD release on November 6th of 2001. And that is Elmo's World Wild Wild West, the first Elmo's World home video special. And of course, it was originally released on VHS back on the scariest day of 2001. You know what I'm talking about. So I believe it might actually have been a baby learning to walk as well. And I think the baby was learning to walk. That's why the baby was learning to walk, because it wanted to learn. Anyway. Now, this one doesn't list episodes since it's a special. I think the baby walk. What I was trying to say was the baby walking in the exercise montage was learning how to walk because it really wanted to learn how to walk. Or maybe that the parents suggested that the baby would learn how to walk for the first time. And I believe it might have actually been an actual baby walking. I would be like, that is a very good choice because babies need exercise too, you know, not just adults and kids. This one does not list episodes since it's a special, but it's got Marshall Grover, Kristen Chenoweth, Bill Irwin, Michael Jeter, and Elmo, and Travis Tritt and Elmo. And it is approximately 50 minutes. And here's the disc for Elmo's World Wild Wild West. I think the clip itself of the baby walking in the exercise montage is very, very cute. Kind of, although not really. Because I can see that they're like jumping around in a sled. It's cute because babies are very cute to look at and see. Just like kitties are, just like my sweet adorable kitty cats are cool to see as well. Well, I can see it's kind of like exercise in a way because they're like jumping in a sled. But even still. Yeah, that is cool. Babies do love watching other babies. Oh, yeah. I did know that actually. Because I've seen pictures of a baby watching another baby in one of my grandparents' photo albums. And of course, Elmo's World Wild Wild West would be one of the earliest times to have Elmo trying to open a door, which Elmo pulls the knob for, and it stretches itself. This also happens in episodes like Sky, Getting Dressed, and Open and Close. It also kind of happens in the Sleep episode, but Elmo does not pull the knob in the Sleep episode. Well, technically, yes, it is just sliding down a hill, but sometimes there can be a few bounces in between, depending on if the area gets bumpy when you're sledding. At the beginning of this DVD of Elmo's World Wild Wild West, it's got the FBI warning, Sony Wonder logo, Sesame Workshop Red Roof Purple House logo, DVD menu, the Elmo's World Wild Wild West title card, which is said by kids, and then the Elmo's World theme from 2000, which has Elmo drawing on his drawer, which the drawer bounces, and then Elmo looks at his goldfish, Dorothy, and then walks past his door, which the door shakes, and then the television appears, briefly dancing with Elmo in the shade, and then the shade closes. Anyway, spinning and sliding down a hill wouldn't really be considered exercise, but ups, I must have dropped something by mistake. it just wouldn't really be considered as exercise, because exercise is more considered like walking or riding a bike, not like sledding. Well, maybe they thought that sledding was exercise when really it wasn't, but maybe they thought it was. Well, I would imagine it feeling a little bit scared because they haven't walked before, because the baby never walked before. I think the baby sounded like because it was like scared. I'm not. I don't think it made any faces, but it might have made some sounds. Like, for example, eh, eh, eh. And all right. Um, I believe the baby must have been like 3 or 4 months old. I'm gonna say 3 months old, even though it's undefined. That is my guess. Well, okay. Well, I guess I can say that the baby would be around 10 or 11 months old, I should say. So, I do have Thomas Comes to Breakfast on DVD, actually, movie and game over 98. I've had it a few years ago. I'll be like, that is very brave of you, little baby. Keep up the good work. It does work. I can tell you, uh, Thomas DVD that does not work. And that, of course, being on site with Thomas, that one does not work. My copy of On Site with Thomas doesn't work, but my copy of Thomas Comes to Breakfast does work. And you know what? From here on out, I'm going to show you the other Sesame Street DVDs, but I won't tell you how they open and close with, because I'm going to save some time here, because this stream is like almost 2 hours long. No, it just doesn't play at all. It doesn't freeze on anything. It just doesn't play at all. Next one I have is Elmo's World Springtime Fun. And it's got birds, bikes, and bugs. Even though the bikes episode is the last one and the bugs one is the second one. Just like with Dancing, Music, and Books, where music is the last episode and books is the second one. Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. Here's the disc for Elmo's World Springtime Fun. which has a Warner Brothers disc inside of the Sony Wonder case. Probably because the chicken was excited that all of the eggs were finally gathered. That's what my guess would be. I do have Thomas and his friends help out on DVD as well, Moving Game Lover 98. This is the DVD version of Elmo's World Babies, Dogs, and More, which was released on May 14th of 2002. And Springtime Fun was originally released on February 12th of that year on DVD and VHS. Well, I can tell you this. While some Elmo's World sound effects make sense for scenes, others don't. I guess they chose it for an unknown reason. It just doesn't make any sense, I believe, for Coke's or Cork Squeak or Pop's sound effect. It's got Babies, Dogs, and Life on the Farm, all of which are from Season 2. On Springtime Fun, Birds, Bites, and Bugs are all from Season 3. Here's the disc for Elmo's World Babies, Dogs, and More. And I think the chicken might have laid that egg on camera. That's what I would think. If you think something different, then that's fine. All right. And as for the VHS of Elmo's World Babies, Dogs, and More, it was originally released in 2000, back on May 2nd of that year. Now we go into a DVD that was released on the same day as the VHS, Wake Up with Elmo, which was also released on May 14th of 2002. Episodes are Sleeping, which is called Sleep, Getting Dressed, which are both from Season 4, and Teeth, which is called Brushing Teeth on the back cover, which is from Season 3. Well, I think the girl gathered that egg because I guess the girl really wanted to help gather the eggs. $50. Here's the disc for Elmo's World Wake Up with Elmo. Yeah, I did notice that she reached underneath the chicken. I would explain the kid gathered that egg um so that she can put it in with all the other eggs. That's what my guess is. I could be wrong, but what do you think? What do you think she's doing? Maybe she didn't want the chicken to peck her. Maybe she felt uncomfortable with the chicken pecking her. Well, well, that's okay. I have my DVD of Elmo's World Babies, Dogs, and More, which I could check on that DVD as well. Or, no, the Springtime Fun one, because I believe that is for the birds montage. It could be in both montages. Next one is Elmo Visits the Firehouse. Okay, just from the birds montage then. I have the DVD of Springtime Fun. I could pop that in so that I could see for myself. But yeah. So, the birds montage. Well, maybe they planned on using it, but they didn't have time to use more footages due to time constraints, I guess. I don't. I would say it didn't peck the girl because the girl didn't want to be pecked. And maybe the girl felt uncomfortable with the chicken pecking her, so that's why the chicken did not peck her even though she reached underneath. Here's Elmo Visits the Firehouse, released September 3rd of 2002. This one is a bonus Elmo Sword episode called Firefighters, even though it did not air on television until season 34 back in 2003, a year later. Isn't it weird how the Firefighters episode was released on DVD and VHS back in 2002 on Elmo Visits the Firehouse before airing on television in 2003 back in season 34 of Sesame Street? Here's the disc for Elmo Visits the Firehouse. Well, I tried to answer this earlier, but I think the reason why the chicken didn't peck her when the kid was reaching underneath her and getting the egg is because the girl didn't want to be pecked in the first place. Well, I thought that scene in the birds montage fit perfectly. All right. This next one is Elmo's World Happy Holidays. And that was released September 24th of 2002. And it guest stars Kelly Ripa as the mail carrier. This was a DVD of Elmo's World that I've never had previously. It would have a mixture of these sounds and the chickens clucking at the same time in the farms montage if it was here. And Elmo talks about 3 holidays in this special: Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and of course, Christmas. Running time 60 minutes. Well, I guess they wanted to choose different music because they've never chosen it before, and they thought it would be cool to add in new music instead of the same montage music. Well, in the DVD of The Street We Live On, it's got the usual montage music, but on the television broadcast, it has a kazoo version of the Sesame Street theme playing. It, somebody told you that you've seen the fishbowl ident. Well, maybe they fought. Well, I don't know why they changed it back to the usual montage music in The Street We Live on the DVD and VHS releases. I wish they could have kept the Sesame Street theme played on a kazoo from the original television broadcasts on the VHS and DVD, but they didn't. William, I I'm not sure William Tell would actually make any sense for Wild Wild West. Maybe they should have used the regular montage music on that one, but at least they got "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" in the Happy Holidays special. And Jeremy Barton, somebody told you that the PBS Kids Fishbowl ident was shown at the end of television broadcasts of Elmo's World Happy Holidays. Is that true? Yeah. Old MacDonald Had a Farm would have been a great choice for the farms montage in that one. All right. Um, I said that Old MacDonald would be a great choice for um for the farms montage of Elmo's World if they chose an Old MacDonald for the montage. And The Adventures of Elmo and Groucho Sing and Play was released on DVD on the same day, September 24th, 2002, but it was released on VHS back on September 7th of 1999. It's got a bonus episode of Elmo's World called Balls from season 1. Here's the disc for Elmo's World Happy Holiday. No. The disc for the Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland Sing and Play. Blue and red disc. Happy Holidays has a red disc with blue writing, whereas this one has a blue disc with red writing. Next one I have is the Sony Wonder release of Elmo's World Head to Toe of Elmo. I have another release of this DVD that is a later print of it from Genius Entertainment, which I'll show you a little bit later after we cover up all the Sony Wonder releases. And this one has 3 season 1 episodes, jackets, hats, and shoes. $50 minutes. Here's the disc for Elmo's World Head to Toe with Elmo. Well, Elmo played Old MacDonald on the piano because maybe the producers at Sesame Street wanted Elmo to play that during the making of the Farms episode. I think your idea of one of the montages for Toddler Toontown were really great. Well, because they were making a script for the Farms episode, and that's what they decided to have Elmo play. All right. Next one's Elmo Has 2 Hands, Ears, and Feet, released on January 27th, 2004, whereas Head to Toe with Elmo was released January 14th, 2003. And the episodes are Hands, which is from season 3. If it did use Old MacDonald, it would be very cool. And it would fit a little bit better. But if you want to choose the classical music, go right ahead. Well, maybe they thought it would be a more fitting song to play for the Farms montage instead of just the same old Jingle Bells tune that they use. Even though there's one game where Elmo actually plays the Farms song to the tune of Jingle Bells, It's a game called Bugs, Shoes, and Farms. Anyway, the Hands episode is from season 3, Ears is from season 5, and Feet is from season 6. And here's the disc for Elmo has 2 hands, ears, and feet. Well, probably because they thought the piano was very suitable for Elmo to play. That's just my guess. If you have any different guesses, then that's totally fine. Well, it was probably due to the fact that that Elmo played it to Jingle Bells in the PC game version, um, because I guess they only wanted to use Old MacDonald for the episode and not the game. Probably because Old MacDonald is an actual song about farm animals. That's all right. Next up is What's the Name of That Song, released on April 6th, 2004. One of the first releases to celebrate Sesame Street's 35th anniversary, and one of 2 releases to celebrate the Sesame Street 35th anniversary. The other one would be The Street We Live On, which was released in August 3rd of 2004. If the Old MacDonald tune was played in the Elmo's World Farm montage, it would be a little bit extended, but not too extended. It would be extended by an extra 15 seconds at least, at most. The songs in there are 17 songs. They are The Incy Wincy Spider, Sing, Between. Well, in other words, if it was a little bit extended, that means there would be more extra scenes, like the chicken, like the eggs being gathered from the birds montage in the farms one, if it was extended. Maybe they could have added a couple of scenes from the Wild West special if it was extended as well, like the cow and the horse. Anyway, the songs would be Eensy Weensy Spider, Sing, Between, From Your Head, Gospel Alphabet, 8 Balls of Fur, Letter Song, That's the Letter O, Number Song, Counting Vacation, Get Along, Duty Duck, which is actually Duty Rubber Duck, Doing the Pigeon, Operatic Lullaby, You Made Me Love You, Everybody's Song, and What's the Name of That Song? Yeah, it would be 45 seconds. And what's interesting is my copy has the disc inside of a book. Here's the disc for What's the Name of That Song, by the way. Well, it would have about 4 animal clips from the Wild West footage, plus the eggs being gathered from the birds montage in the Farms one if it was extended. Well, I will. Hold on, let me look at the montage real quick. All right. Here we go. I am looking. Oh, there would be a boy feeding the horse from the Wild Wild West special. That's one of the 4. And then we would also have a man taking a horse for a walk from the Wild West special. Big Bird riding on a horse. And of course, a girl petting a cow. Those would be the 4 clips for the extended Farms footage from Wild Wild West. Yeah, I had to mute the sound because I didn't want to risk getting a copyright strike on my channel. He just sing Hoot and Howl with the Sesame Street animals. Yes, that one would be included as well. It's got Old MacDonald. For Sing, Hoot, and Howl, the Sesame Street animals, it's got Old MacDonald at a farm, Cow Dog Song, Ba Ba Bamba, Starfish, Insects in Your Neighborhood, I'm an Aardvark, Pig's Love Song, Proud to be a Cow, We Are All Earthlings, Kids, Egg Chicken, and Cluck Around the Clock. Here's the disc for Sing, Hoot, and Howl with the Sesame Street animals. Almost. We have one more DVD to show you before we get to that, and that is Elmo's World Family's Mail and Bath Time. After I showed you what's in that song, I showed you Sing, Hoot, and Howl. Now we're going to look at Elmo's World Family's Mail and Bath Time, in which that one has families from Season 3, Mail from Season 5, and Bath Time from Season 6. And it's 50 minutes. Here's the disc for Elmo's World Family's Mail and Bath Time. All right. Now, here's the moment we've all been waiting for. All right. Here is The Street We Live On DVD, released August 3rd of 2004. I used to have that special on VHS, actually, but I don't have it anymore. It must have been given away, but I got it back on DVD. Running time's 53 minutes. It says Gina and the Chickens, Oscar and Grover, and of course Luis and Maria's wedding. Here's the disc for Elmo's World, The Street We Live On. And August 3rd of 2004 is also 2 days after Jeremy Barton's 8th birthday. Yeah. Well, I think it's because maybe the chickens were included when Elmo calls out for his friends, or maybe the sound effect was there, but the chicken was not. I could be wrong, though. Alright. This next one is the only Elmo's World DVD to be released in 2005, and that is Food, Water, and Exercise, released on May 10th of 2005. Now, this has 3 different episodes, Food and Water, which are from Season 1, and Exercise from Season 2. And of course, I know that your favorite episode on this DVD is Exercise, even though my favorite would have to be Food. But I also like the Water episode as well, because it's a pretty cool episode, because if you notice, the sound effects of the water for Elmo's TV are a little bit different on this DVD compared to television airings. It is 50 minutes long. Here's the disc for Elmo's World: Food, Water, and Exercise. Well, I was saying that I know Exercise is your favorite episode on this release, while my favorite is Food, but I also kind of like the Water episode as well, because Elmo interviews a glass of water. It's pretty interesting how they made a puppet version of a glass of water. Because we each have different favorite episodes for this DVD. Yeah, and I think my favorite part of the Food episode would have to be Cookie Monster's cameo at the beginning, where he's like, "Tasty closet, Elmo. Nom 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 nom." Oh, what I was saying was that I know what I was trying to say, MRKP 2003, was I know that your favorite episode on the Food, Water, and Exercise DVD was Exercise, and my favorite was the Food episode of Elmo's World, even though I also like the Water episode as well, because it's really cool how they made a puppet version of the glass of water that Elmo interviews with during the water interview. That's what I was trying to say, MRKP 2003. Yes, 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 yes. Thanks for pointing that out. Um, so here's the DVD of Elmo's World: Reach for the Sky, released January 31st of 2006. And it's got the Jumping the Sky episode from season 4, Jumping in School from season 7. But the Jumping episode comes first, School is next, and then Sky is the last episode on this DVD. Well, I would say that the chicken really wanted to say hello to Elmo in addition to his other Sesame Street friends. Anyway, here's the disc for Elmo's World, Reach for the Sky. So I would say the chicken really wanted to be one of Elmo's friends in addition to other Sesame Street friends like Rover and Ernie and Bert. All right. So, all right. Here is TV episode Fun Pack Volume 1. One of the last releases by Sony Wonder that I have. I also have the second volume of TV episode Fun Pack Volume 2. I have the second volume of TV episode Fun Pack as well, which I'll show you after the first one. It's got the 2 Sesame Street episodes. The Letter of the Month Club, which is episode 4074 from the 35th season of Sesame Street, which originally aired in 2004 and had the males episode. It originally aired in 2004 and had the male episode of Elmo's World on the Letter of the Month Club, aka episode 4074. If I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I assume a chicken clucking sound would be heard when Elmo opens his door to see the Sesame Street friends. I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, you can tell me what the actual thing is, and I can watch it again. Anyway, for the Letter of the Month Club, that originally aired in 2004, was episode 4074, and had the male episode of Elmo's World. Well, sure, if you want, go right ahead. And then for Furry Red Monster Parade, that one is episode 4062, also from the 35th season of Sesame Street, originally airing in 2004. And that had the feet episode, and for some reason used the sound effects for the Elmo's World theme out of sync with the new sound effects. And this has the older Sony Wonder logo at the beginning from 1995 with the ribbon flying, even though it has the bouncing sun Sony Wonder logo on the packaging. This is also the case with the second volume, including the first 2 discs, which feature episodes 4109 and 4114. All right. here is the second volume of TV episode Fun Pack, which this one has 3 discs. And it's got Abby Cadabby Moves to Sesame Street on disc 1, which is episode 4109, of course, and is the premiere of the 37th season of Sesame Street, originally airing in 2006, and that has the Friends episode of Elmo's World from season 8, and then Elmo and the Seven Dwarves, which is episode 4114 on disc 2, also originally airing in 2006, featuring the Penguins episode from season 8, and Elmo and Zoe's Scientific Exploration on disc 3, which is an episode originally airing in 2005 as episode 4099 from the 36th season, containing the Flowers, Plants, and Trees episode of Elmo's World from season 2. Now, as for the Elmo's World theme, Abby Cadabby Moves to Sesame Street would feature the season 6 intro, but with the season 2 sound effects. And then for Elmo and the Seven Dwarfs, it would have the season 6 intro with the new sound effects. And then for Elmo and Zoe's Scientific Exploration, it has the season 2 intro and sound effects intact. And the season 6 intro is basically a CGI reanimated version of the season 2 intro. Basically the same, except everything is CGI animated in the season 6 intro. Plus, Elmo writing his name is a little bit different at the end. Here's the disc for Abby Cadabby Moves to Sesame Street, which is disc 1, Elmo and the Seven Dwarfs, disc 2, and Elmo and Zoe's Scientific Exploration. Oh, and I wanted to show you something else. I wanted to show you the discs for Volume 1. And for the Elmo's World theme for the Letter of the Month Club, it is the Season 2 intro with sound effects intact. If I wanted to mention that. But here are the discs for Furry Red Monster Parade and Letter of the Month Club. I will go check it out after the stream. The stream is almost done. All right. Of course. Here's the Genius Entertainment reprint of Kids' Favorite Songs 2. Yeah, I will tell you the real reason after the stream is done. So, the case is a little bit cracked. But the case is cracked, but the disc works great. Hold on one second. Here is Head to Toe with Elmo, the Genius Entertainment reprint. Packaging's almost the same. The back is a little bit different. It's more colored in. The front looks a little bit different as well. Here's the disc for the Genius Entertainment reprint of Head to Toe with Elmo. All right. Here's the Genius Entertainment reprint of Elmo's World, What Makes You Happy. It's got the episode. Now, what's interesting about this TV? It only contains one new episode, which is the Friends episode from season 8. The other 2 episodes, singing and dancing, were reused from previous releases, with singing being reused from Singing, Drawing, and More, and dancing being reused from Dancing, Music, and Books. And here's the disc for Elmo's World, What Makes You Happy? Genius Entertainment reprint. Oh, and you know what? I meant to show you before that. Here's Elmo's Potty Time. Genius Entertainment reprint. And it says Introduction to the Potty Dance, and Play Along with Sesame Friends. "45 minutes. The disc for Elmo's Potty Time. Genius Entertainment reprint. 2 more releases of Sesame Street left to go. That is the first, and these last 2 are Warner Brothers releases of Sesame Street. This one's The Best Pet in the World. It's an episode that originally aired as episode 4058 back in 2004, and it has the bath time episode of Elmo's World. "55 minutes. Here's the disc for The Best Pet in the World. All right. The last one, Big Bird's Wish. That originally aired as episode 4119 back in 2006. And it has the Firefighters episode of Elmo's World on there. 56 minutes, it says. And the disc for Big Bird's Wish. Yeah. Well, MRKP 2003, I hope you enjoyed it. I can see, MRKP 2003, that you may have been a little upset earlier, but I decided to cheer you up by explaining the real reason about how I felt when you were a little upset, because I know that when you were a little upset, it made me feel a little bit anxious, because when somebody gets upset online, someone else, it can affect someone else and make them feel anxious. So that's why I decided to cheer you up and make you something special. It's a belated birthday special. All right. Yeah. And so that is when I decided to take a stand and tell you how I have really felt, so that way you can get kind of a picture about how I really felt about those past situations. So, now that that's out of the way, I cheered you up with doing the birthday special for you, and I will see you later.